You can. Sit. I don't need anything. Well, we're close to it. And now, live from Studio A of Community Television in Santa Cruz, California, it's Look, Mom, I'm on TV. Oh, big time, big time. And have a big shout out to Owen and Eloise. I do hope that you're watching. Outside of that, things look good. And wow, I am feeling really refreshed. I've completed my first couple of sessions at the Santa Cruz Hokey Pokey Clinic. Man, it's definitely a place to turn yourself around. I recommend it. Oh, and I didn't make it to the gym today. That makes it 5 years in a row. I really thought that joining a gym would be good for me, but it just became another spectator sport. Hey, those who say there is no such thing as a stupid question have never worked in customer service. But please, stop using the phrase, "How stupid can you be?" Too many people are taking it as a challenge. Be observant. You can tell a lot by a woman's mood just by observing her hands. For instance, if her hands are holding a gun, she's probably angry. Hey, have you ever had a job where there were some days that the best thing you could say about the job is that the chair spins around? Had one of those once. Oh, word out to all you young club-going players out there. Word of advice. You know that tingly feeling you get when you think you found that someone? Sorry, that's just your common sense leaving your body. Now, what else? Oh, decided I don't like making plans for the day, because then the word premeditated gets thrown around in the courtroom. And dear paranoid people who habitually check behind the shower curtain for the psychotic killer that might be there, I question, hey, if you do find one, what's your plan? Oh, sometimes you have to burn a few bridges to keep the crazies from following you. Enough already. Hey, let's bring on the talent. Tonight, our guest can best be described as a piece of work. In his sweet, short life, he has danced with Lionel Hampton, joked with Johnny Cash. He has partied with Gene Roddenberry, mowed Robert Heinlein's lawn. Almost lost that one. What else? In the Martin Scorsese production, Long Strange Trip, he's the deadhead balancing 2 bottles on his nose. On the radio, as Mr. Hedge, his work on K-Pig and Kazoo is still remembered and missed. He is a 3-time champion of the International Musical Saw Association. You can find him now on Pacific Avenue in Santa Cruz, usually in front of Tom Scribner's statue. Usually in the late morning, with his musical saw and balancing act, performing in the name of service and for tips. Tonight, he's here to present his live one-man a cappella comedy, drama, musical saw balancing act, and poetry reading in one take. Great gosh almighty! Stay tuned! He's trying to tell you something. He's not sure what. He's trying to do something for you. He's not sure what. Anyway, his name is Thomas Bernard Spearance. Please welcome the SawMan. Yeah.
Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune, and no one will suspect I'm afraid. While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune, and no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the trick will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are. How you doing, everybody? La vie en rose, merci beaucoup, monsieur, mademoiselle. How you doing, friends? Beautiful evening and beautiful day. Certainly glad to be with all of you in this wonderful way. Thank you to all of the crew this evening and everyone participating and you tuning in at home. A little bit of everything this evening, friends, for your entertainment. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Mr. Bluebird's on my shoulder. Friends, if Mr. Bluebird's on your shoulder, make sure you pack an extra shirt. It's the truth. It's natural. Everything is satisfactual. You know, 5 out of 4 people in this situation are starting to have trouble doing basic arithmetic. I'm not sure. Zippity-doo-dah. Try this at home. Zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Thanks, Mason. Here we go. This is truly spectacular, folks. Make sure you're at least 15 years old before you try this yourselves. But wait, there's more. Now, a bit of sword swallowing. Now, I've never done this before, so I'm going to try sword swallowing here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Sword swallowing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is truly spectacular. Here we go. You have that? Thank you very much, ladies. Remember, folks, everybody can do something really cool. Hopefully, you youngsters out there, this will be some sort of inspiration to you to put down the Pokemon, put down the fidget spinners, pick up a musical instrument, do something creative, do anything at all. Myself, I spend a lot of time playing my musical saw and doing my balancing act down on Pacific Avenue in Santa Cruz as a public service. The most popular thing down on the avenue, without a doubt, is this: the now legendary Star Wars trilogy on musical saw. We begin with part 1, the opening theme, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Listen carefully, here we go. With me so far? Here comes part 2 of the Star Wars trilogy on musical saw, in which Darth Vader and the evil Empire come to take over the universe. Join the dark side, Luke. Now the thrilling conclusion of the Star Wars trilogy on musical saw, in which Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon come to save the universe. Here it comes now. Listen carefully. The Millennium Falcon. Here it comes. There it goes. Ah, boy, white television ain't nothing like it. Remember, the road less traveled is often the road improperly maintained. Beware of severe front end damage. Woo! Woo! I love you so much, it hurts me. Darling, that's why I'm so blue. I'm afraid to go to bed at night, afraid of losing you. I love you so much, it hurts me. And there's nothing I can do. I want to hold you, my dear, forever and ever. I love you so much, it hurts me so. I love you so much, it hurts me. And there's nothing I can do. I want to hold you, my dear, forever and ever. I love you so much, it hurts me so. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Do stay tuned. There's more to come. It's a beautiful day. We're very lucky to have such a beautiful day as this. Very lucky indeed to have such a beautiful day wherever we are. There's something the matter. So a person has to be alone. And there are worse things than being alone, but often it takes decades to realize this. And most often when you do, it's too late. There's nothing worse than too late. My souvenirs. See that? That's fine. That's fine. Mr. Hedge. Disc jockey extraordinaire. A great disc jockey, not so great a man as we come to realize Mr. Hedge, the man who played Mr. Hedge. Three-time champion of the International Musical Saw Association. They say he's a splendid musical saw player. You can hear him down on the avenue. He's trying to be a better man than what he was. He's trying. It's the three of us. It's Mr. Hedge. It's the saw player. It's me. In the name of service, we go. Like Joan of Arc, Gunga Din, and Joe DiMaggio. From bitter searching of the heart, quickened with passion and with pain, we rise to play a greater part. This is the faith from which we start. Men shall know commonwealth again from bitter searching of the heart. We love the easy and the smart, but now with keener hand and brain, we rise to play a greater part. The lesser loyalties depart, and neither race nor creed remain from bitter searching of the heart. Not steering by the venal chart that tricked the mass for private gain, we rise to play a greater part. Reshaping narrow law and art, whose symbols are the millions slain from bitter searching of the heart, we rise to play a greater part. Now I am just a poor boy. No, I'm not. I'm just a strange old man. Though my story is seldom told, and I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. All lies and jest, still a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. When I left my home and my family, I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers, in the quiet of a Greyhound station, running scared, laying low, seeking out the poor quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know. Asking only workmen's wages, I go looking for a job, but I get no offers. Just a place among the strange down on the avenue. I do declare there are times I get so lonesome as I do my service there. Now I'm laying out my guts to you and wishing I was gone, going home, where cold New Jersey winter is not bleeding me, leading me, going home. In the clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries a reminder of every glove that laid him down or cut him till he cried out in his anger and his shame, I am leaving, I am leaving. But the fighter still remains. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are. However we know each other, you've done a lot for me, and I wish that I could show it more how I feel. Thank you so much. Thanks to this wonderful crew for doing such a wonderful job tonight. We got a few more things for you. Give me a second here. My name is Thomas Bernard Spearance. I'm from New Jersey. I came to Santa Cruz when I was 20 years old, and that's a long time ago. You're out on Pacific Avenue, folks. Make sure you carry a little bit of cash. Show your appreciation to the buskers. And no matter where you are, whatever you're doing, make sure you carry a little cash, because you're going to meet somebody who could use a little bit of help. Don't be afraid to help them. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood and sisterhood and motherhood and fatherhood and childhood in every neighborhood. Please. From sea to shining sea. You see?
Chance. Well, that show was, to me, so emotional. Okay, and I just, I was concerned when Thomas told me, sent me a script how he wanted to do everything, because he's been on before and played with a trio, and he's played a solo, singing and doing musical saw. And the musical saw is just like magic in that, but he has so many things that he wanted to get done. I said, hey, we're amateurs here, it might be a little too complex for our little, skill level, but I think we did a pretty nice job. And I hope you folks out there enjoyed this show. And thank you.
Thank you, Richard, and thanks again to this entire wonderful crew for doing such a spectacular job this evening. And a lot of stuff and out of the ordinary. And thanks again to all of you.
I think we have more than a few minutes that I thought. So I'll tell you what, we're ahead of schedule.
See the whole act again?
We can do it twice. No, come back here, Thomas. Come back here. Let's do just a quick Q&A, and then I'll let you let loose with some of that great musical saw and some of the songs that you've sung for us in the past. But first things first, I looked up on the internet about the musical saw. Oh, good throw. And it's amazing. What I read was that most people feel it started in the southeast mountains, Ozarks or someplace. Then I read one where there was some record of one in China like, hundreds of years ago. So I don't know where to go. But where did musical saw start for you?
As for me, well, Richard, we have to go back to 1968 and Riverview Point, Toms River, New Jersey, the Ocean County String Band, featuring Doc Mikowitz on the musical saw. Doc Mikowitz, I was enchanted. My 7-year-old self was enchanted by Doc Mikowitz. My brother was enchanted with Doc Mikowitz's daughter. They got married. They have some wonderful children and grandchildren. So musical saw entered the family very early on. Then we flash forward. A lot of things happened between then and 1994. 1994, I went to see a band called the Cheap Suit Serenaders, and they played old-timey instruments, old-timey music. It was quite remarkable, but they played musical saws. It was Bob Armstrong and Terry Zwigoff, two great filmmakers, and they both played musical saws. They played Melancholy Baby in harmony on musical saw, and something went off in my head. I knew that I could do such a thing, so as soon as I could, I sent away for a musical saw, set about teaching myself how to play. And the rest is history. Well, the rest is a bunch of different things, but that was about 25 years ago, and I've been very lucky to do some extraordinary things with the musical saw, including being on your wonderful program several times. I'm very fortunate to be able to call myself a three-time champion of the International Musical Saw Association. Oh boy! So that's so I'm lucky. And what I do is you will see me, you'll find me down on Pacific Avenue. What I do, it's in the name of service. I play my musical saw down on Pacific Avenue in Santa Cruz, do my balancing act, and if I can help divert any young mind away from the Pokemon, away from the fidget spinners, and towards personal creativity, and do something interesting. It might lead to other interesting things, and you might be happier.
Could be. I always envy the people who can make music, because I only make it by putting a CD into the slot and playing it, and that's about my musical skills. I will reinforce what Harriet says about the buskers, okay? If you don't know what buskers are, they are musicians who play usually on public streets, okay? Hoping that people will stop, listen, find their music pleasant, and say, gee, that's worth $1 or whatever, and put a little, drop in there.
And here's the thing, folks. Now, in case you're out there and in case you don't have any cash, a lot of people don't carry any cash. If you are with kids, mothers and fathers, indulge your children. Let them watch something unusual, okay? It's good for them. Let the kids be smarter than you are. Do it.
Yes, and who knows? Maybe somebody will walk by and they're 6 or 8 years old, will listen to the musical saw and wonder, how does that work? And I remember in my searches for musical saw on a site for some people that make them, their motto was, if you can hum a tune, you can play a musical saw. Now, I think that might be overstepping the skill needed, but I had my hopes up, because sometimes I do hum a tune, da, 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 da. So maybe I should get a musical saw.
Would you like to hear some more?
Yes, we got almost 20 minutes left. You got,
I got
3 or 4 songs?
I got 4 or 5.
You got 4 or 5. Okay.
3 or 4, 2 or 3. I could play one Inagata Davida. That'll take us right up to 8 o'clock. Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
We're glad to have you do that.
Hey, thanks for everybody. Thanks for everything, everybody. Let me just mosey back on over here.
And I will mention, while he's setting up, if you're in Santa Cruz, you walk on Pacific Garden Mall and you see the statue of Scribner, Tom Scribner. He was a musical saw player on the Avenue years ago, and for the longest time he was just great. And he was kind of a fixture among buskers out there. And I was really happy to see when he passed away that somebody, I don't know whether it was the city or some group, put together a monument to him. Because for many people who toil in relative anonymity, do a great job at doing different things, comes the end. Best they can hope for is maybe a couple of kids or a couple of close relatives will remember them. And so it's always nice to see that some of these people do make an impression on an area, on a people, on a group, and not necessarily national or international, but even a local group, okay? So these are valuable parts of our community, valuable parts. And so think about that. A sunny afternoon, walk down Pacific and listen to some really good music and some not so good music. Not everybody's great, you know, but you'd be surprised. I'm always surprised at the talent there. Thomas, you play until the show is over.
We've got about 20 minutes together, folks, and so here we go. Where am I? Who's
You're on right now. I'm on.
Okay.
But they're going to switch over to you.
Swing it on or bring it on. Hey, there you go. And that's a wonderful photograph. That's the house that I grew up in behind that blimp back in Toms River, New Jersey. Isn't that a wonderful photograph? Wow. Thanks to my brother Bill for unleashing that one on the planet. Where am I? Where am I?
Okay, just the blimp is up now.
Just the blimp is up now. Okay. There we are. Hi, everybody. Well, it's a great pleasure to play some musical saw for you folks, and I'm going to start with this one. This is a very beautiful song from a movie called Pinocchio, and it's called When You Wish Upon a Star. We'll send this one out to Henry and Mason. When You Wish Upon a Star on the musical song. What would you like to hear, Gail?
Anything by the Beatles.
Anything by the Beatles, excellent. Here is a Beatles song that is called Yesterday. Yesterday by the Beatles. Thank you, Gail. Now, I'd like to do one. This is a song from a Broadway musical called South Pacific. This comes out very beautifully. This is a song called Some Enchanted Evening. Some Enchanted Evening. Well, I'm having a wonderful time. And I hope that whatever you're doing out there in television land, and television land just goes on and on and on, here's the wonderful thing about this kind of thing. When you do this kind of thing, as long as the power stays on, you get to live forever. So goody. Let's see. What else could I play for you? I'm going to play this one for you. This is the love theme from Romeo and Juliet. This is the love theme from Romeo and Juliet. the love theme from Romeo and Juliet. I'd like to take this moment now to balance my saw on my nose. Here you go. Don't try this yourselves. No feet. I mean, isn't this amazing? I mean, gee whiz. This is quality entertainment, friends and neighbors. You don't get this anywhere else. This is the last working musical saw and balancing act in this region. We're so lucky.
7 minutes.
Now then, ladies and gentlemen, we've got just a few more minutes. And I would like to do this one for you. What do we got? 7 minutes?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Gail. 7 minutes. Let's see. What could I play for you now? I will play this one for you. This is a favorite amongst the folks in chapter 52 of the DAV. Downtown, the Tin Can Band. Wonderful people, dear friends of mine. This is from The Sound of Music. In fact, I'm going to play for you the now legendary Sound of Music medley. Music from The Sound of Music. Here we come. You're going to love this, Richard. Let me find it here. We go with relative pitch. There you go. Your Sound of Music medley. How much time we got? 3 minutes?
3.5.
3.5. Here is What a Wonderful World. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks a lot, all of you, for doing such a wonderful job tonight. I'll see you downtown. I'll see you tomorrow.